Good day, everyone. My name is Elvine De Jesus Santos, and I'm with my fellow presenters.
Hi, my name is Kate Ramilo.
And Alia Margaret Tablante.
We are the Group 5, and we will be presenting our infographic about the topic of plastic pollution. So, what is plastic pollution? It is the accumulation of plastic waste that affect the environment. Or, in other words, plastic pollution is the plastics that pile up in one place that affects the surroundings and living organisms. This issue is caused by the continuous escalation of the production of plastic in developing and emerging countries.
So, did you know that 10% of household waste is composed of plastic? Doesn't seem like a lot, but remember that you're part of a household and your friend is part of a household and your friend's friend. That's a lot of people in households. Now, these plastics are categorized into two, microplastics and macroplastics. And as the name suggests, microplastics are really small pieces of plastic, while macroplastics are your typical plastic packaging and whatnot. Now, there is also such a thing as secondary microplastics, which are really just macroplastics broken down into smaller pieces. And although these are really small pieces of plastic, they are still very, very harmful as they can absorb pollutants and contaminants and are the pollutants themselves.
As we can derive from the previous statements, we cannot deny that plastic pollution and its life cycle contribute directly to climate change and have negative consequences for biodiversity loss. Sad to say, marine plastic pollution became a global transboundary issue with local origins. That is why it has attracted more political and scientific attention in the last decade.
Now to discuss its effects on the environment. We'll start with air or the atmosphere. The major source of air pollution is the burning of trash. This can be done in landfills, incinerators, or your next door neighbor who keeps burning them each morning. The smoke from burning these plastics have toxic chemicals such as dioxins, furans, mercury, just to name a few, and they're being released not just into our lungs, but into the atmosphere as well. Because of this, it's been shown that there has been a significant increase in temperature over the years, which is why it's always so hot each year that passes by. And one of the top concerns in plastic pollution is water. As Aliyah said, marine plastic pollution is a really, really big issue, as 60 to 80% of waste found in the waters are plastic. This is estimated to be 4.8 to 12.7 metric tons that enter the ocean each year. And as of now, 5.25 trillion particles of plastic are contaminating the global sea surface. By 2025, the volume of plastic entering the ocean will be doubled. And by 2050, 10% of all plastic debris will end up in the ocean, and if that happens, there will literally be more plastic in the ocean than fish.
Do you know that plastic pollution does not only harm the environment, but also has consequences for the organisms that live there? For example, in the ocean, aquatic organisms such as turtles, dolphins, and many more have interacted with plastic in their lifespan. And these interactions are quite dangerous because they can lead to entanglement, ingestion of the plastic, and external physical damage to the organism. This example does not only happen in water bodies but everywhere where plastic pollution is present.
Plastic pollution also has a negative effect on human health. Do you know that microplastics are discovered to be present in air samples and food for human consumption? For example, microplastics can be ingested by humans from seafood. And aside from being ingested, microplastic particles in the air can also be inhaled from the atmosphere by us. Humans consume an estimated 39,000 to 52,000 microplastic particles per year from food and drinks alone, posing a potential health risk. Can you imagine? Plastic contains additives from the manufacturing process, which are chemicals adsorbed to the plastic, and pathogens or parasites that may be on the plastics as they join the human food chain.
And this will continue to happen if people in the entire world don't take action quickly.
So starting now, let us be aware of the harmful effects of plastic on our surroundings and even to our own health, and let us do something about it by reducing, reusing, and recycling plastic products and wastes.
And that concludes our presentation on plastic pollution. Also, All of the aforementioned information came from these references flashed on the screen. We thank you so much for watching.